Super Nintendo stream once again. So today we're going to start with something a little bit different. I'm going to do a tutorial to begin with. I'm just going to show people how to capture their WolfMAME recordings. You can use this for any arcade game, but in this example we're going to use Donkey Kong. So this is going to be for Windows users, and if you're using Linux, the steps might be slightly different. But we'll explain Windows for now. So on this left-hand side, you can actually see that I've got shortcuts to WolfMAME. So if I click, for instance, on this one here, this is going to bring up a batch file that will automatically start recording a game of Donkey Kong for me. So when I close this window by pressing the escape key on my keyboard, it's going to close that, and it's going to automatically save an IMP so that I can replay that or use it for submissions on the Donkey Kong forum, etc. So let's just show you the process of how you actually make one of those batch files inside of your WolfMAME installation. Okay, and then I'll also show you how to replay those IMP files. So we're going to our File Explorer. We're going to find out where your WolfMAME has been installed on your computer. So it might be that it's in your C folder, but mine's on a backup drive. So let's just open File Explorer fully here. Okay, so this is the root of my WolfMAME folder. Okay, now what we've got are some batch files. We're going to concentrate on the dk_record.bat file at this moment in time. So the idea is that using Notepad, so you create a new text document, txt file, which is the same as using Notepad. Okay, so you create a Notepad file. And then what you're going to want to do with that Notepad file is you're going to want to put in the following command. So let's close that new Notepad file, and I'll show you what my dk_record.bat file looks like. So if I edit this file, it's going to open Notepad. Okay, now see here, we've got MAME, which means that every time I click on the batch file, it's going to open an instance of MAME, and in this instance, it's WolfMAME. So it's going to find the mame.exe within the folder, the WolfMAME root folder. Then it's going to open dkong, the ROM, dkong, because in our ROMs folder, if we find our ROMs, just here, we have the dkong.zip. So it's going to find that, and it's going to open that. Then we're going to have a space, and it's going to have -record space, and then you're going to name whatever it is that you want the IMP to be. So when you navigate to your IMP folder, that's going to be the name of the file, the recording that you just made once you've opened the batch file. So pause the video here, take a note of that, create a Notepad file, and then just type in this command, and then where it says bja_dkong.imp, you can put your name, or you can put new_dkong.imp, and you're done. So then in theory, every time you open that .bat file, if we try it now, it's going to open an instance of WolfMAME automatically, and this is going to automatically be recording an IMP. So that's that. Now we want to re-watch the IMP. Okay, so what we're going to do is, well, since we were there, we might as well do it in the folder. But if you have a shortcut to WolfMAME, say on your taskbar like I do, you would click on that and you'd get yourself to WolfMAME. But we'll just do it this way. So mame.exe, this is inside the WolfMAME folder, so I know that it's WolfMAME. Now WolfMAME has the ability to be able to replay the IMP files. So click on mame.exe. This is going to open WolfMAME, and you see up here, this is the GUI, the graphical user interface for WolfMAME. And you can actually record an IMP straight from here if you don't want to have a batch file, but I find it much easier to have the batch file, just because it means you can put it on your desktop and you can just click it every time you want to record. So click on playback and IMP, you browse, and then you've got to use the graphical user interface to get to your IMP folder. And you have to do that once, and then MAME will remember where all your IMPs have been stored. So the one that we just recorded is here. It's bja_decon.imp. But as you can see, I've got a number of IMP files. So every time I create an IMP file using the batch file, make sure to navigate to your IMP folder here and rename the IMP file so that you save it, because the next time you execute the batch file, it's going to rewrite this file. Okay, because you can see here it says 0203/2026 1857, and that's the time right now. So I made that IMP file 2 minutes ago. So hopefully that helps someone out there. I don't really think there's an up-to-date video on how to record IMPs using a batch file. So I'll upload this to YouTube so you can get it anytime. And that's about it. Oh, and if you were interested, then all I did was I just created a shortcut. So you just right-click, create shortcut, and then I took that shortcut to my desktop, and then you can create a custom icon by going to Properties and then going to General. No, is it General? Colors, Shortcut, Layout, Details, Font. I actually can't remember how I had the custom icon, but there's plenty of YouTube tutorials on how to do that. And that's it.